Well, hello again, beautiful souls. Hope you had a good Sunday. I had a day off. Um, I want to talk to you a little bit about this COVID thing that's going around. Now, I know there's an awful lot of misinformation out there, and some of it is being put out by the people that want to sell you a vaccine, and some of it is being put out by the people who just want to take your rights away, and some of it is being put out there by the anti-vaxxers, or some of them who've gone a little bit too far. I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. I'm not one of the ones that are going to say that there is no virus, although I've read all the literature that says that viruses don't exist and all that kind of thing, but I don't necessarily buy into it all. Let me just say that there is a nasty bug going around, whatever you want to call it. But how nasty is it? Now, I'm speaking from the heart, as I always do, but I have got some figures prepared that I'm just going to check on. If you'll bear with me just a second. The figures to date, and this is, I don't even know what the date is. What am I like? It's the 10th of August. Okay, it's Monday the 10th of August. Um, so deaths so far with, not necessarily from, COVID-19. 731,000. It's just a little bit more than the annual figures for seasonal flu, which are up to about 650,000. But we're only 8 months into the year, so COVID might top out at a million. And you've got to compare that with the 7 million who die from heart disease every year around the world. The 1.35 million that are killed on the roads. Now, if you've lost somebody, I mean, you've got my sympathies. Of course you have. I've lost people before. I mean, I lost a very dear girlfriend to cancer a few years ago, and I still miss her every day. It's hard to lose people. And my father died back in the 80s, or early 90s, I think it was. God, I don't even know the date. I'm no good at dates. Through suspected malpractice in a hospital, deliberate malpractice. Where there was a policy of making people comfortable, though, making people comfortable, which meant give them so many painkillers that they died in the night. Look, I know what it's like to lose people, and I'm not going to be blasé about it. It's horrible. But we've got to keep the numbers in perspective. Yes, it's a nasty bug, but it's not worth trashing the economy for, worldwide, the economy. And it's not worth all these draconian measures that are being brought in to take our rights and freedoms away. That is a huge overreaction. They didn't do it for swine flu or any of the other weird bugs that have come out in our lifetime. Yeah. And the death toll of swine flu is about the same as it is now for COVID. And they keep saying with, because most of the people that have died with COVID haven't died from it. And we know in America, where all the hospitals are private and paid for by health insurance, that the insurance companies were offering the hospitals more money if they put COVID on the death certificate, even if that wasn't the main cause. And there's the scandal that came out just last week here in the UK, where the government revised down the numbers considerably because of counting inaccuracies. The method of which they were counting them was inaccurate. It was inconsistent. And this thing is being pushed and pushed and pushed by the media. The same mainstream media, particularly here in Britain, the BBC, the British Brainwashing Corporation, that tried to tell us we were stupid if we wanted to have Brexit. Even after the decision was made, years after the decision was made, they were still trying to talk us into reversing it. I mean, how undemocratic is that? They're part of the globalist agenda, which I spoke about a couple of days ago. And governments, with the help of, well, let's look at the World Health Organization. I mean, Trump in America, he saw through the World Health Organization and he stopped giving them money. He stopped the American government giving them money. And straight away, Bill Gates jumps in with his billions and bought himself a seat at the table. Now, you can argue till the cows come home as to whether Trump's action was genuine, because he genuinely wanted to stop the World Health Organization that was out of hand, or whether it was a plot to let Bill Gates in. I mean, I don't know. And I'm not going to suggest one way or the other. I don't support any politician in any party anywhere in the world. Although I do sympathise with some more than others. And I tend to sympathise with Trump a little bit because of the way that the mainstream media have been attacking him. And my rule of thumb is if the mainstream media is attacking you, you're probably doing something right. So why are we listening to Bill Trump when it comes to health?